Am I audible, JSG?
Yes, you are.
Yes, very much.
Hi everyone, all for this 5th session of उम्मीद। आप सभी का तहे दिल से स्वागत है। आप सबने हमारे इस मुहिम से जुड़कर, हमारे इस उम्मीद से जुड़कर, जो हमें लोगों के अंदर आशा की किरण बढ़ाने में, रे ऑफ होप को आगे बढ़ाने में जो आपने मदद के लिए हाथ बढ़ाया है, उसके लिए हम आपका बहुत बहुत तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग विद अस टुडे, and I'm sure you all will feel enlightened because we have so many wonderful guests today, and with their experiences we have many things to learn, and I think they must inspire all of us so that we grow towards this path of spreading the ray of happiness. Before I begin, I would like to begin with a poem which says like, don't quit. Many of you must have heard, but just to set the context, I would like to state or recite it here, which says like, don't quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are treading seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the dates are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is cruel with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometime learns, and many a failure turns about when he might have, won't had he suck it out. Don't give up, though the peace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you are hardest hit. It's when things seems worst that you must not quit, that you must not quit. So I think we all are together here, and I'm sure no one is Twitter here. We all are going to go greater heights. We are going to scale in our lives. So let's begin. So I again welcome all of you to this 5th session of Umeed. So many of you, because we have joined us to the repeated session, you all know us, so you are aware about what Umeed is. But for those who are new to us, उनके लिए बताना चाहूंगा उम्मीद क्या है। हमने उम्मीद को शुरू किया सिर्फ 1 महीने पहले, एक छोटी सी मुहिम, एक छोटी सी शुरुआत, ताकि हम लोगों के जीवन में कहीं ना कहीं आशा की एक किरण स्प्रेड कर पाए। क्योंकि हमने ये महसूस किया, मैंने, जयेश जी ने और हमारे कई मित्रों ने, कि इस टाइम पे, द टाइम वी आर एक्चुअली लिविंग इज अ टाइम वेयर देयर इज लॉट्स ऑफ नेगेटिविटी। चारों तरफ बहुत सी नकारात्मकता है, बहुत तरह के अवसाद हैं, लोगों ने अपने जीवन में बहुत तरह के दुख भरे समय को व्यतीत किया है। सो व्हाट डू वी नीड एट दिस टाइम? We need someone who can hold our hand. We need someone who can tell us, don't worry, I'm there for you. So that was the motive when we thought we started Umeed. And that's how we say that मैं अकेले ही चला था मंजिल की तरफ, लोग आते गए और कारवां बनता गया. And that's how we are growing one by one. Every day we have some new people joining in and spreading this ray of hope to the people who need it most. So presenting all of you this small organization in the form of Umeed, which is called a platform for mentoring, counseling, guidance, and healing. Next, please. So let's talk about what is the vision and mission of Umeed. So our vision is that we aspire to make the world a better place by improving the lives of people through rekindling their faith and positivity, and thereby achieving better state of health, hope, and happiness. That's what we need. If we are healthy, if we are hopeful, automatically the happiness will be there. So that is what we aspire for. That is what is our vision. हम यही चाहते हैं. हमारा मिशन क्या है? हमारा मिशन है कि हम पॉजिटिविटी को स्प्रेड करें थ्रू द मोटिवेशनल प्रोग्राम्स वी हैव conducted on various online and offline forums. Thus, Umeed is a platform for delivering hope and positivity through mentoring, one-on-one counseling, guidance, and support. So we are touching all these dimensions one by one. And I think slowly and steadily we are growing in all these dimensions. We urge all of you, whosoever you find, where you want to spread this, where you want us to help, please do let us know. And please help us in growing this motive of ours. Thank you so much. Next. So this, as said, is an initiative by 2 of us, but I think we are not alone. We have so many people. So next, this is our team, which we are presenting in the next slide. We have retired Commander KP Jani, who is mentoring us. He's our patron in chief. We have Toastmaster Mr. Bilwa Desai. He is today not with us in this meeting. He heads our organization part of it. Then we have Toastmaster Priyanka Panigrahi. She is an IITian and she works with ONGC. She is taking care of communication part of Umeed. And my dear friend my dear friend Jayesh Kaushik, he is helping us spread this or taking care of all the operational part of this initiative. So this is our small team, but you all are our team because you all are there with us. That's what I believe. Next, please. So let's talk about, we have started with a small initiative recently, which is called Hope Ambassadors of India. What it means? See, we know every one of us in these times are trying to do something, but there are some of us who actually has done something at grassroots level, at ground level, and that actually is helping people a lot. So we thought, let's call these kind of people who are helping others and let us motivate them. Let's hear out their stories. Let's learn from them. And we call them Hope Ambassadors of India. Because in a mean, if you see, ये लोग वो लोग हैं जो कहीं ना कहीं होप को, उम्मीद को स्प्रेड करने में हेल्प कर रहे हैं, जहां से लोगों की जीवन में वो फिर से खुशहाली बहाल करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. So they are called Hope Ambassadors of India. So every week we have someone joining us as Hope Ambassadors of India. And we aspire that there will be a time when there will be thousands of 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 lakhs of people in India who will be Hope Ambassadors. So in a mean, there will be scenario where there will not be lack of any Hope Ambassador. जहां पे जरूरत है लोग हैं लोगों को मदद करने के लिए. That's what we want. Similarly, another concept is spreads hope and positivity. The person who helps in spreading hope and positivity can also be called as Hope Ambassadors of India. So today we have someone joining us as Hope Ambassador and would like to introduce her, and she is there with her team as well. So ladies and gentlemen, presenting you Jheel Shah. She is an advocate practicing in High Court of Gujarat. She is director of Yuva Unstoppable Organization. She has volunteered with UNDP, AIESEC, and Tech India Foundation. She is one of the founding members of Sahay that has worked immensely in rural Gujarat during second wave of COVID. So my dear friend, when I was going through an article, I read about this Sahay group and Jheel Shah, and that inspired me. I was very hopeful that we can call Jheel and we can understand that how she has done it. उन्होंने कैसे किया ये सब? और इसी जानने की तमन्ना में हमने झील जी को आज इनवाइट किया है और मुझे इस बात की बहुत खुशी है झील जी हमारे साथ हैं. So would like to request Jheel to please unmute and speak few words about how, and also her journey, how she started Sahay, how she is helping people, and how it is growing, her initiative and all. So would like to know about this. And do we have, Darshil ji also joined us?
Devarshi will join us in while. I'll let you know once he joins. Hello.
Your video is not on. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you now.
Hello.
Yeah, you may proceed.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I think she got disconnected. Anyway, I think when she joins. Yeah. Yes, Vikashji. I think yeah, I can hear you. Zeel is back.
I think there is some issue with my audio probably.
No, Zeel got disconnected. She's.
If you can hear.
Hi, extremely sorry. There was some problem. Am I audible now?
You are not audible, Jheel.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible. You're audible.
Okay, I'm extremely sorry. There was some problem with my phone.
No issues. You may proceed.
Thank you so much. First of all, it is great to have initiative like what Umeed is giving to all of us. I mean, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है to have such platform where people can get positivity, because during second wave of COVID, as you know, entire India went through a lot. We all were mentally disturbed, and that is why I'm really happy that people are having initiative where you are motivating people, you are spreading smile, you are spreading joy in lives of many people, because not just me, but I'm sure there are lakhs of people who are trying to be changed in such gloomy time. So I'm glad that Umeed is providing such platform to the people like me, who is able to share the experience of whatever we have been doing. So thank you so much, Umeed, Jayesh ji, Priyanka, and every one of you who have given this platform to share what we have been doing. So thank you so much, and kudos to you and your team. So now coming to what Sahai is, when the second wave of COVID hit India, we all know that it was horrible. Demand and supplies rule just went disturbed, and we all felt helpless. So I am also one of those, and I'm a lawyer practicing it in High Court, and I realize that I'm just home, sitting in home, doing nothing. I'm not able to help my countrymen with oxygen or with hospital beds, etc. So that time in Ahmedabad, it's very funny story, because after 2 months, you won't believe the group which we have formed. All of us for the first time met today. So today was a meeting, and for the first time, like virtually, other than virtually, we 20 people met today. So or else the entire group, we were there virtually on WhatsApp, on Instagram, and it was completely based on a virtual mode. And today we decided, because now the cases are decreasing and we all are vaccinated, so yeah, we decided that let's meet today. And for the first time, Team Sahai as such met. So how Sahai started, it's amazing, because it was a very casual affair on WhatsApp. So we have Devarshi here. Devarshi, if you can unmute yourself.
Yes, please. I can hear everybody.
Okay, hi. So Devarshi, along with Devarshi is a Gujarati actor. He is a poet. He is a great dancer. He's quite renowned, actor in our state. And he's doing fantastic with group Sahai. हमारे साथ बहुत सारे fundraising में हम लोग को help किए उन्होंने. So he's with us. He was stuck in the traffic. So welcome, Devarshi.
Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yes. So how Sahai started, if you can, Devarshi, because Devarshi was there in the initial time of WhatsApp group. We made a WhatsApp group of like 150 people. And then eventually, like when, if you can, Devarshi, lead from here, because he was the one who started, making people he started helping his friends join the group. And this is how we all came to know that, okay, there is something group like that. Please, Devarshi.
So if I can share how this started. So initially, everybody was using their social media platform to help, I think, particularly their personal friends. And nobody knew that how this became a system. So for example, if friends in my circle used to, we are looking for this and this, can you just put up so that it can amplify a little more, and you can tag better people so that it can amplify a little more. And eventually, so everybody was working in their own circle. And so me and a couple of my friends got to talking that, why not let's develop a WhatsApp group where everybody can put in the requirements or information that, we know this is available here, or this and this is not available here. So that if anybody has any requirement, at least for us, 10 of us, at least 10 of us can help the 10 other, and then the food, like the chain proper started. And so, and that group, we started with, I think, 3-4 people, and it transpired to like 150-200 people in that group. And so everybody started helping their friends, and their friends started helping their friends. And that was what we tried to do. With, not that we were successful every time, but what we could at least do was that at least help them give whatever they have. They were starting from zero. And the biggest panic area around that time was whenever anybody used to get affected or infected, they didn't know where to start from. So I wouldn't say that we procured medicines or we procured treatment for them, but we gave them a procedure. That, we gave them a list of 5 top hospitals where you can start from, where the availabilities are always high. Or you can try the ambulances ways. Well, people know that these things exist, but they don't know how to use it. Because in that panic mode, they just forget the basic 1, 2, 3, what they have to start from. And we try to streamline that. And we created standard messages for everybody that if you want to anything, or anybody from your family is suffering through this, just start with this 4 or 5 steps, and then let destiny play its role. And still everybody's trying to do a little more apart from that. And that is how the COVID assist group started. Now, taking a lead from that, we 8-10 of us, everybody used to come in, go out, chip in, chip out. But we were, I think, pretty much everybody was too invested in this. And how this thought of Sahay came, there were 2-3 donors that came forward, and everybody wanted to do monetary donations. They didn't want to give products or clothes or anything. They wanted to give money. And nobody was comfortable sharing it in like popular organizations or popular fundraisers that are happening around the country, because they knew us. They trusted us. This is, if it's you guys leading it, we don't have to look twice. And somebody started with a 50,000 donation, and we tried to deviate it to direct to the person in need. We didn't even streamline it, or we created something for us and we used it and then we did it forward. We did to and fro from the donor to the person in need. And when that worked, we were like, I think this is something that we can, invest a little more time and develop this a little more. And that's when an idea of an initiative came across, that why not set up a fundraiser where we can develop an amount where everybody who trusts us, we give them a clarity of model, and we take those funds and then decide how we want to use that huge amount. And when the fundraiser by the name of Sahay was started in association with a couple of organizations, that is when we all got to talk, what should we do? Let's not do something that everybody's doing, or let's not, let's do something.
Hindi. We have to speak Hindi and English both.
Oh,
because,
sorry. Yeah. So, har naav mein pair nahi rakhna. So we were like, let's decide a destination. And Zeel was leading us, because Zeel is too informed and very well read, and she knows how. So there are classes it needs also. What we got to know and we discovered through Zeel, that everybody needs something, but not everybody is needy. So we tried, and Zeel brought us close to that side of the reality. Of course, you might be sympathetic and empathetic towards people, but you need to understand they somehow might manage, but there are sections which have been hit so much that they won't be able to manage anything. And they might not be able to put their point across to anybody because they have zero communication. And that is when these guys decided
rural started.
Yeah. And that is when the initiative to contribute and donate towards the rural section started. And that's when the Khed Brahma episode happened. And then Zeel can help you with that episode, like how exactly these guys execute, because these guys were on the field. They spoke to people one-on-one. They shook hands. They were like shoulder to shoulder with everybody. And when people there with no roof, no food, no medical facilities, they saw a ray of hope. And of course, we might not have been successful to I would say, not, if there are 5,000 people, we might not have been able to help 5,000 people. But even though we might have helped 100, I think that 100 also is a very big victory for us.
Yeah.
वाह, बहुत अच्छी कहानी, मजा आ गया सुन के, बहुत अच्छी, very inspirational. I think that is what is important, that we take the first step towards it. And I think you have taken not only first step, but you have actually traveled miles. That's what I believe, and that's really great. So anything about that Khed Brahma episode, a bit, Jeel, from your side?
Yes. So I remember the time when we reached to the middle of pandemic. If you know, that time urban cities, like all urban areas, were doing pretty fine. They were equipped with all the oxygen concentrator, medicines were coming. Government also came in the picture, and they were also doing pretty fine. But all the people who were working in the city, like all the laborers, they started going back to the villages, and they transmitted the disease there. And now we know the health infrastructure of our country in villages. I mean, I would not criticize it, but the moment was such, the time was such that we were like all the people were to step in so that we could help. As a layman also, hum log bhi kar sakte the unki help. So that time I came in a contact with this guy. He works with WHO, and he was handling one taluka which has 88 villages in it. So he called me that these are the things which we are in need of. For example, he was in need of N95 masks. He was in need of few medicines. He was in need of oxygen concentrators, BiPAP machine, etc. So that time we started Sahay Fund, and our focus was on rural because we knew that cities are getting enough help from all type of NGOs, from all type of aristocracy class also. So we thought, क्यों अपने ये जो fund है वो rural में utilize नहीं करते? इसलिए फिर मैं गांव में गई, मैंने देखा कि उधर क्या एक्चुअल में सिचुएशन है, और फिर मैंने उधर लोगों से बात की, गवर्नमेंट से भी बात किया. Yeah, I'm sorry, I talked to the government also, and then I realized that उधर 100% चीजों की जरूरत नहीं है. I can provide 60% of things right now. So I bought everything from a vendor here. Oxygen concentrator हम लोग को donation in kind मिला. Medicines हम लोग को donation in kind मिला with few pharmacists. Then we bought N95 masks, we got oxygen concentrators, BiPAP, etc. I bought everything and I went to the village.
I think she got disconnected.
Yeah, I think internet.
No problem.
But
Yeah.
so what she, yeah, जो कहना चाहती है वो I think I'll just complete it कि जैसे वो she got in touch with the local help there from the government and कौन जो वहाँ के परिवारजन थे, जो लोग अपने आसपास में छोटा सा जो पंचायत सर्कल होता है, अपने आसपास के जो छोटे मोटे लीडर्स थे, जो वहाँ अपने हिसाब से छोटा बड़ा जो भी कर पा रहे थे कर रहे थे. तो Zeel got in touch with all of them. Zeel, because of her background and everything, she knew how. I think Zeel is back. Is she?
She is here, but she needs to
Yeah.
unmute herself.
Yeah.
Sorry, there is some major network issue at my home right now. I'm extremely sorry. So yeah, so this is the time when I went to the villages and I decided that we can help them with these resources. I went to different PHC and CHC, that is a community health center and private health center, and government was already doing pretty fine in the villages. But the problem with villages was people there who were having COVID, they were not coming out. It is still, I mean, the problem is still there. Like because they're scared of COVID. They think that hum log mar jayenge if we are going to the hospital. So I observed the problem there was people at the villages were not coming in. गांव में लोग नहीं जाते हैं हॉस्पिटल में क्योंकि उनको डर लगता है कि हम लोग मर जाएंगे उधर जाके.
And same with vaccine.
हम लोग को तो बुखार आता रहता है, something like that. But what we did in Data was we could help with all the facilities which they asked for. Then when I was on my way, I went to this another taluka called Khed Brahma. It is also in North Gujarat. The organization where I'm associated with You Are Unstoppable has a chapter there. So I could talk to the Sarpanch there and a local few politicians who helped me with the data of general hospitals. I met one doctor at the general hospital. He told me that the general hospital, which is of 500 beds, is in need of few medical equipments. And then I asked, okay, आप मुझे दे दो कितने medical equipments है. हम लोग शहर से सब फंड इकट्ठा करके गवर्नमेंट उनको हेल्प कर रही थी. पर क्या हो रहा था, गवर्नमेंट वाज आल्सो एग्जॉस्टेड दैट टाइम. सो वो गवर्नमेंट 60% कर रही है तो यार हम लोग को भी 40% कर देना चाहिए, हमको ऐसा लगा. सो आई आस्क्ड हिम अ लिस्ट और फिर हम लोग ने पूरे लिस्ट पे काम किया. 7 से 8 लाख के मेडिकल इक्विपमेंट्स थे, वो सब हम लोग ने एक एक करके प्रोवाइड किया. एंड वी एक्चुअली अडॉप्टेड द एंटायर हॉस्पिटल. आई एम फीलिंग अभी भी उनके साथ काम कर रहे हैं हम लोग. एंड yeah, we have provided them monitors, we have provided them dead body covers also, we have provided N95 masks, nebulizer, oxygen concentrators. So this all it was possible because of the social media. I am not kidding. We raised the entire fund on Neelab because of the social media, because we keep putting stories on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. And we have good influencers like Devarshi because he's an actor. He has a good reach in social media. We have few people who have a good social media reach. So we got good amount of donation and we could help these villages because we had a good amount of donation. And yeah, the help got reached to the villages. And अभी हमारी last visit में गांव में जाके सबने हमारा अभिनंदन किया. और the doctors were also happy that मैडम आपकी और आपकी टीम की वजह से बहुत सारे पेशेंट की, they are also preparing for third wave. Everybody is preparing for it. So yeah, अभी तो सब कम हो गया है, पर हमारा जो भी equipments उधर गया है, they are equipped with all kind of preparations now. So we are extremely happy and proud that we could do this with small amount of people. But yeah, we did it through social media, and that's the power of social media.
Thank you so much. I think झील जी आप लोगों ने बहुत ही कमेंडेबल जॉब आपने you have done it, और ये बहुत इंस्पायरिंग है. और मुझे लगता है कि आप जिस तरह से आगे बढ़ रही हैं, आप और बहुत सारे लोगों की मदद कर पाएंगी. और इस आपकी इस जर्नी में आई थिंक जो लोग भी आपसे जुड़े हैं उन सब के लिए हमें हमारी बहुत सारी शुभकामनाएं, और उम्मीद को भी अगर कभी जरूरत पड़ी तो हम आपके साथ खड़े हैं, और आपको कभी जरूरत पड़े तो जरूर याद करिएगा. We will together, we are all together in this journey of helping people and igniting hope in everybody's mind. So आप दोनों का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए. और जाते जाते हम आपको एक छोटा सा टोकन ऑफ एप्रिसिएशन देना चाहते हैं फ्रॉम उम्मीद. लेट्स प्रेजेंट अ सर्टिफिकेट एज होप.
How sweet.
Thank you.
झील जी,
This is so nice.
बहुत अच्छा कार्य किया है आप लोगों ने, और आप बढ़ते रहिए, सहाय बहुत सारी ऊंचाइयां हासिल करें और लोगों की मदद करने में सक्षम हो. हमारी यही शुभकामनाएं हैं आपके लिए.
Thank you.
कैन वी हैव देवर्षी जी का सर्टिफिकेट? या देवर्षी जी आपके लिए भी. आप तो ऐसे
बहुत-
भी कलाकार हैं और हमारे दिल में ऐसे भी कला के माध्यम से जुड़े रहते हैं. सो डू वेल सर. बेस्ट विशेस फॉर बोथ ऑफ यू.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vikas ji.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's move on to the next part of our meeting, and that's where I think we have a guest of honor joining us from abroad, somewhere Spain. So she will be introduced by our another team member. Let's begin with that section where we invite our guest of honor and then we discuss the challenges and everything with her. So over to you. Our two friends are here, Toastmaster Miss Priyanka Panigrahi, I'm sorry, and Mr. J.S. Kaushik. So both of you can take it ahead, my dear friends. I say Toastmaster because I am a Toastmaster and our guest of honor is also a Toastmaster.
Toastmaster, yes.
So Toastmaster never leaves us. So over to JSG and Priyanka ji. And most welcome, Jessica.
Thank you so much, Vikas ji. Our guest of honor today, Ms. Jessica Breitenfeld, she has been a National University basketball champion in 2003, a Gestalt Therapist in Psychotherapy, and a Certified Improvisation Practitioner. Her mission is to help good people do good things and let them have the attention of people so that they can be heard. She has lived in 9 countries in 11 years. Yeah, right. And she has a wonderful experience, and that is how she connects with people. When I saw her video for the first time in Eloquence, I just thought she connected with me so well that I had to invite her. So with that, I invite Jessica to the virtual platform of Umeed. Now we begin our session with Jessica. So with her experience, I think we all know that we are a sum of our experiences. So when I look at her journey, she has lived in 9 countries in 11 years. And for me, it is mega living. So please throw some light on your journey so far.
I had to travel actually, Priyanka, because I was unhappy. And in my head, in my younger head, I thought I can find myself. And like every confused white girl, where do we go? Goa, right? And I thought enough butter chicken and Ayurvedic medicine and meditation would help me connect back to my happiness that social media and the church and, well, my parents kind of like stole from me, you know, like all those thoughts in my head. And I really wanted to like see the world the way other people see it. Like, is there a different way to see religion? Is there a different way to see love? Family, being a mother, like it can't be the only way in North America, right? Well, if it were, we'd be in trouble. So I really wanted to learn from you guys. Alarm. I wanted to learn to see the world in a more balanced way, in a healthier way, which I found. Yeah.
Wow, that's so great. I think I can mention Toastmaster Jessica. Thank you very much for sharing your experience, your life experience, and your journey has been really, really great. So tell me, Jessica, how has been your experience of India? I believe you also developed a part of your venture based on the cultural differences across the globe. So Jessica, tell us more about it. I'm really excited to listen to your experience.
As you guys know, India is a collectivist society, right? It's the team, it's the family, it's the group. Whereas North America, I'm Canadian, but we're pretty close to America. And we are the highest individualistic country in the world. which means we only care about ourselves. It's about I, me, selling myself, my promotion. We see our family twice a year if we're that unlucky. And, you know, coming from that mindset of just success is sick, to be honest. That definition of success is getting into all different countries, and people don't even realize that it's coming. But I really think that we have a lot to learn from collectivist societies. And so I found, well, I'm German. I'm very, very tall. I'm very, very blonde, and I'm very, very punctual. So I have this German perfectionism in me. My parents were immigrants. They left Germany because it was too boring and too structured. And they moved to Canada and opened an ice cream shop. And my parents taught me to travel, to see the world, to invite homeless people to our house, to share the wealth, you know? And I guess I just learned that. And I've always thought that people from other countries are so much more interesting. And of course, in India, it was like, nothing is impossible. You know, like you want to see someone levitate, you could probably find it in India. You want to take these brown little Ayurvedic pills from a guy in a mountain in the Himalayas, you can find that. You can, you know, I went to go find my astrology on the what are they called? The leaves. You know, like just crazy, amazing things that if you say any of these things in North America, people think you're crazy. Literally, they think it's not scientific. And yet there's this hope and this belief and this deep culture in India that, I don't know, and the colors and the smells and the craziness, you know, it's I think you guys have a lot to teach us about being adaptable and being compassionate and collaborating and dealing with conflict, because you live with your families much more than we do, right?
Yeah. So Jessica, how many countries have you been? 9, right? So can you just name those countries, and which place have you stayed in India? Those names as well.
Yeah, I went to Goa for 4 months, and then I stayed in Dharamsala in Dharamsala for
Dharamshala, yeah.
2 months, and then I went over to Chennai as well, didn't I? And then I went to Mumbai, and then I went to the high mountains by accident. Some guy in Delhi sold me a ticket because he said all the trains were broken and the only flight available was to northern India. And I went, oh, I guess so. So I went in like on a boat in the middle of like the Himalayas with no tourist around, and I just sat there in a houseboat for 5 days because I'm Canadian. I trust everyone. So I lived in Egypt when I was 24 as a teacher. I lived in Brazil with John of God, one of the healers in Brazil. I lived in Costa Rica to learn Spanish. I lived in northern Quebec. I lived in Japan for a bit. I lived in Germany and France. That's 7. I lived in Spain. And well, I count Canada. It's really just 8 countries, but.
Wow, I totally agree with Priyanka, because she said it's a mega living that you're living. Wow, what a brilliant life you have. Brilliant. So Priyanka, please. You need to unmute.
If I think of traveling, then I think probably, you know, I'll travel for work or something like that. That's a majorly Indian mindset, you know. But when we see your life, you've traveled, you know, for healing, and you found your profession suiting your lifestyle there. So it really speaks in length about your passion towards, you know, learning and development. So what would you suggest, you know, in order to being compassionate and maintaining work-life balance and finding one's own spark? You always talk about it, so I'd like to hear more about it.
I think you guys have spark. Listening to you talk about your communities and how India needed to come together through this past year, and just let's say the last month was a very challenging month for the country. And I think that's it. I think you guys can answer that question much better than me. I don't think I have that. I traveled because I was sick. I was sick from Western ideals and trying to be the best and trying to have the whitest teeth and be perfect. And I wanted to get that out of my head. And so I just kept searching for stuff that I could believe in, that could give me hope that life is good and that people are good and that there's a different way of seeing the world. And I don't think I did have a very good life-work balance. I was a waitress. I would waitress in the summertime, take the money. In Canada, they tip very well. You take the money, and then I would go live in India or Cambodia. I've been to 45 countries actually. I just have lived in 9 countries. So I've spent my whole life like with one big suitcase, traveling every like 3 months or 6 months to a different place. Because I wanted to be happy, and I thought that the Western mindset is not happiness. I needed to learn from collectivist societies. Ow, ow. See, from the kids, right? Learn from the kids how to be happier.
Right. Amazing. Wow, what a journey. I wish I could be Jessica. We are amazing. So we have been hearing about, IQ. We have been hearing about EQ for quite some time now. So, but now we heard about AQ from you. What is this AQ? So tell us more about the background of it and how it all started, how it's related to the today's life.
Great question. Yes. So I will ask you guys something right now. I would like to know in the chat box, people who are listening, and you too, Priyanka and Jay, what is something that you've adapted to lately? What is something that you never thought you would be doing that now you do without too much effort? Let us know in the chat box your adaptability. Anyone? Thank you. Typers. Toastmasters. You thought you could never speak in public, maybe, Naval. And now Naval wants to become a policy changer. Awesome. We wish you luck. Isolation. Wow. Yes. Working under pressure, Jay. Yeah. And now you know how to manage your stress? Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. So this year really challenged us in becoming more adaptable, dealing with what we don't want to deal with, because what are the other choices, right? Pujan, fighting frightfulness. It's almost poetic, sir. Beautiful. Wow. Wow, I love it. Frightfulness. It's an amazing word. I've never heard that word before. It's amazing. So for me to share a screen, and I'd like to ask, okay, 1 second. I'm going to ask you all in the chat box in 1 second to tell me about emotional intelligence. Now, how many of you have heard about emotional intelligence or have even taught emotional intelligence? Yeah? We have lots of people without screens on, but you can press that reaction button, if you please. Yeah, Deepa, Meghna, Rahika, Punit, Namrata. Now, here we have the emotional intelligences. You have 12 of them. And I'd like for you guys to type in the chat box, which of these is your weakness? Which of these emotional intelligence is the hardest for you? Which one do you need to work on? Jayesh, anger. So that would probably be emotional self-awareness. Emotional self-awareness, emotional self-control, yeah, and relationships. Congratulations, you're human. Those are the hardest things to work on most of the time, right? Perfect. Now, you guys answered this. What you have adaptable intelligence. You might have it at a lower level or a higher level. And that's something that we need to be able to develop, the ability to make decisions in the moment, to be able to feel confident about ourselves, the ability to collaborate, the ability to be present and not deny what's happening. Yeah. And if you don't have high levels of adaptability, intelligence, you don't know when to be empathetic. You don't know when to mentor people. You don't know when to lead. You don't know when to follow. You have to be able to read the environment very well. And adaptability quotient is going to be the primary predictor of success. The jobs of our children, who we don't even know what they're going to be. So what are we going to teach them in school? We need to be teaching our children. I don't have any. Teach your children, please. Teach your children how to make decisions confidently based on their own self-belief. They believe in themselves, that therefore they trust themselves even when they don't know the answers. It's going to be used to assess performance. So in the next years, when we become freelancers, because the market is changing, it's going to be the competitive advantage. And also, Darwin has mentioned that if you don't do it, you're gonna, it's adapt or die, especially in the VUCA world, in this volatile, changing environment in business, in family, and in the global health situation. And so 91% of HR people, they think that you're going to be hired not on your soft skills, not on your hard skills, not on your data programming skills, but on your ability to deal with people and change without sweating through your shirt. And thus, we have a 3-step method that I wanted to do a quick game with everybody. And so you can permit me if you have another question, or we could get into the game, Priyanka and Jay.
Yeah, we can go ahead with the game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So to be more adaptable, we and my friends who teach this, there are quite a few thousand of us throughout Europe and Asia and America, of course. So it's 3 steps. So to become more adaptable, to stress less in a difficult conflict or situation you don't want, we have listen, accept, and the B is very hard. And so the first step would be listening, actually hearing the conflict, hearing the problem that tells you this is not going well. Yeah. By show of hands, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go like this. 2 thumbs up is you're a really great listener. 1 thumb up is I'm still married. And this one is, what did that tall blonde girl say? La 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 la. On the count of 3, let's all show each other what kind of a listener we are.
Yep.
Very. What do we got? Jayish, he's doing a 1 thumb up, very honest. Very nice. Naval's got 2 thumbs up, yes. Sankrit's even, he's injured and he's got 1 thumb up. Kujat, I missed it. What did you have, sir? 1, and Vikash has 1. Very nice. Thank you, my audience with cameras on. Priyanka, she's just like, I'm keeping my thumb up. Woo, woo. Amazing. Now, after we have listened, we've heard the problem. We have a choice. We can ignore it or we can do something about it. So I once had a problem with butter chicken. I'm in Goa and my boyfriend, an Indian doctor that I moved to India for, says to me, okay, you need to stop eating butter chicken. I was like, why? It's delicious. I was eating butter chicken for 6 weeks for lunch and dinner with garlic butter naan every single day. It was horrific. I was in heaven. And he says, you have a problem. You're not trying the other foods. And I said, why would I try what I know that I already love butter chicken? There's nothing better. And he says, you need to change, you need to adapt. And I said, Now, I could have in that situation heard his criticism and either stopped eating as much, I could have ignored him and ate just the same, or I could have eaten more just because he wasn't that nice, right? I have a decision to make. Do I really have a problem? No. And then the last choice is really making a decision, how to change my life, how to collaborate with myself, how to collaborate with other people, how to collaborate with my body. Butter chicken really has butter. I tried to once make it with ghee, it didn't work. So we have these 3 steps, and I would love if we could put people, can we put people in breakout rooms, Jay?
I'm maybe the co-host, so we can.
I can do it.
Move ahead with it. Yeah.
I can do it. Now I wonder if all the people without cameras are actually there. I wonder, I don't know. I'm gonna put 4 people in a room and we're going to find out if people are actually there. If they're not, just talk to yourself. You're gonna have 3 minutes in a room. What you're going to do is you're going to practice adaptability intelligence. Someone is going to give you a gift, a terrible gift, something that you don't want. Type in the chat box, a terrible thing that nobody ever wants to receive as a gift. And don't say socks. Because Canadians love socks. Everyone always says socks. What's something terrible that nobody wants as a gift? And then go lower. Think of it even worse.
Wow. Okay.
Come on, my creative, lovely Toastmasters in the room.
I haven't received such a bizarre gift so far. So.
Okay, I'm going to make it even worse for you. Priyanka, Priyanka, will you play with me?
Comb.
Will you play a game with me?
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay. So I'm going to give you, do you feel ready to do a table topic?
Okay,
Do you feel
I'll
ready
try.
to improvise for 15 seconds?
Sure, sure, I'll try.
Thank you. Great attitude. Okay. So I'm going to give her a terrible gift. Yeah, she doesn't want this. She's going to tell me in 15 seconds why this is a great gift, but not just one reason, 3 reasons. Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel up for that?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to be nice to you. I'm going to give you, Priyanka, I'm going to give you dust. Dust. Could you tell me why dust is a fantastic gift?
You're going to give me dust.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jessica, for that wonderful gift. I was just working on a kaleidoscope, and I think putting dust particles inside would really, really, bring out the beauty of it. It was so thoughtful of you to give it at a time when I was working on it. Apart from that, I'd also like to, keep it for some further usage. I can only think of one use at this time per se, but
Jay, help her out. What else could she use dust for?
So you can use dust. We are born from dust, and we'll definitely go down with dust. So dust is useful, very, very useful.
I can put the dust on my forehead and
Forehead,
tell
yeah.
people that I am a very big saint.
Absolutely.
Kujad, amazing. That was amazing. Okay,
I
together.
put some seeds into it and grow something there.
Yes. Beautiful. Yeah, very good. Okay, so you guys are creative, so I'm not worried about you. Thank you, Rahika. You're going to have 3 or 4 people in one room. Hello, Ramadeep, nice to see you. Hi, Sanket, nice to see your pictures. Thank you. And I would like you to, one person in the room, give the gift. Dust, a broken water bottle, a toothpick, a tissue, nail clippings, I don't know, something that nobody wants. And the other person is going to listen, accept the crappy gift, and build, because they want to play the game. They want to have fun, and they want to collaborate with you. So of course, this isn't real life, but remembering listen, accept, and build is what we should be doing when we have conflict in our life and situations like Corona that we really wish weren't there, but we have no choice. So we listen, we accept it, and we try and make the best out of it. We try and squeeze a lemon,
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone have a question before I send you to a room? No? Vikash, you ready?
Yes.
Vikash has been smiling nonstop. Lovely.
Yes, yes,
Lovely
yes.
to see. And Vikash, he looks like, I don't know, in the Christian religion, they had the halos behind their head, Jesus always had this thing. And Vikash's head is just in the perfect position with the logo.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
These are a
just
real one
smiling.
for
No,
Vikas.
no.
Crowns of Umeed.
No.
Crown.
A crown. Vikash, the crown king of positivity and lovely smiles. Great. I'll see you in 3 minutes.
Right.
Have fun and see how you feel adapting to something that you don't really want, and play with it a little bit.
Fantastic.
You've now been invited to a room. You can
Okay.
press accept the room, and I'll bring you back in 3 minutes. And Priyanka, oh, they just disappeared. You disappeared. Great. Whoever's left.
Whoa, guys, what's up?
Hello sir, how are you?
Hey, bhai, sab theek? Hi, Meghna. What's up, Meghna?
Hi.
So, you guys, what are you going to gift me? The bizarre thing ever.
I'll give you a broken chair.
Oh my God. It's better that I sit down. It's very nice. Meghna, what are you going to gift me?
First, you tell the 3 uses of the broken chair.
The uses of a broken chair. Whoa. Okay.
How will you?
Okay. So I can use it in my cupboard. I can keep it there. I can use it for, holding it on to something. So that is how I can use a broken chair. If you guys can switch on your video, it'd be great. Aman,
Just a second. Yes.
Oh God, yeah. Aman. Meghna, we can see you as well. It will be great. So, Meghna, Aman is my friend.
Hi, Aman.
Hi, Meghna.
Okay, so there is a join to breakout room later. Yes. So, Meghna, what will you give me?
Let me think of something that you don't like.
Like, you give it to Aman. Give it to Aman. So you can give it to Aman.
I will gift you a terribly ripped jeans.
Okay, terribly ripped. I can use it as a pocha.
Arre wah.
You can use it to play Holi also.
Yes, I can use it to play Holi. Yes, you gave me that one option. I can use it to cover some small thing.
What small thing?
I can burn it. I can. No, just forget that. I can burn it to generate heat. Yeah, that will
Burn
be
it to
my third
generate
option.
heat. Okay.
Great.
Great. So let's give a bizarre gift to Meghna now. Aman, think about it, man. A tone book.
Phone book.
Yeah.
I can make a great scrapbook out of it.
Okay.
I can use the pages to make something. I've made things with torn pages, so it's not a big deal.
Right. So we just have 1 minute. Great.
Okay, I'll give you another. I'll give you a broken pipe, like a pipe with a hole, whatever.
Meghna, come on, you can do it.
So yeah, I will cut the pipe जहाँ से वो hole है और जो बचा हुआ है I will use that.
Okay, yeah. But
Intelligent. Okay, so we have to go back to the main room. All right, see you guys.
Hi, Pavan. Hi, Shrivani. Welcome.
Wow.
Hi, guys. How was that?
It was amazing.
Yeah. Thanks, Pujad. Thank you. Hi, Dilip. Priyanka, good? Were you able to find more than one? No. Okay.
I think we were able to find more than 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Good. Great. Well, I guess everyone's just popping back in. I'm cognizant of the time. And if Jaysha, I'll pass it back to you if you have like 1 or 2 more questions before we go back to the normal meeting. Hi, Naval.
Yeah, Priyanka, I give the stage to you.
That was a wonderful game on your part. Thank you so much, Jessica. That brings us to the end of this, and I would like you to give us some departing words for all our learners here.
Ooh, departing words, the take-home message. The talk when Priyanka asked me to speak, I said, what about, you guys are all about hope. And I said, what about self-compassion? And so I think the adaptable intelligence allows for compassion. You listen. Oh, I wish I weren't the way it was, but I accept that I have a problem. And now I'm optimistic because I can manage my own emotions. I can change with every decision that I make. I can eat more, eat less, or ignore the voice in my head, right? It's like empowering to know that you can adapt to every situation. You're not a victim. You're a victim of Corona. You're a victim of your government. You're a victim of those big things, but you're not a victim of your mind, right? Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning, after being a long time in the concentration camps as a Jewish prisoner, he said, the only thing you can take away from a man is his ability to decide his attitude in any given situation. And so if you decide for hope, maybe you're illogical, maybe people laugh at you, maybe people call you unrealistic, but you have chosen that and your eyes will see the world with hope. And so it's very important to manage the mental wellness of your mind and see the world with a glass half full and believe in hope and believe that your communities can work together and make India and your communities a stronger place, right? So self-compassion, and then no more victimism, more compassion and adapting to the world as it is with realism and hope.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Toastmaster Jessica, I was watching one of your videos. In that video, you were wearing your pant. You're trying to wear a pant. And I think it was one of the meetings. So can you just tell us about that message when you were wearing that pant? That message that you gave to the audience.
So it sounds funny because it means I'm not wearing pants any other time, except for this video. So I had a pair of pants. You know those stretchy pants that
Yes, yes.
girls in the West try and wear? You know, you guys always wear a long shirt, but we just wear the tight pants. And I was saying to the audience, if fitting in these pants were success, you might say I have a problem because, as I mentioned, I like butter. And at the end, my message was, it just depends on your definition of success, because these pants were stretchy. And so at the end of the speech, I actually put them on stage and they fit. They fit, I swear they fit. All the flowers were stretched though on my behind. And I think that's the message, that your definition of success is the only one you have to wear. Other people's ideas don't fit you and they don't have to fit you, it's for them. Let them wear what they want, let them live how they live, let them follow whatever Instagram post they want to follow, but you follow who you want, wear your own pants.
Fantastic, brilliant. What a message to all of us. Thank you very much, Jessica. Thank you. We would like to invite our patron-in-chief, the retired commander, Toastmaster. He's also Toastmaster for more than 20 years now. Please help me welcome KP Jani, sir. Over to you, sir.
Wear your own pants. That is my takeaway. It's always been a problem for me to select pants because my size is very, very funny. The length is 29 and the waist is 37. Now you have either 36 or 38 in USA, right, Jessica? You don't have 37. So what do we do? Do I eat more and become fat, or do I exercise and become thin and fit into it? So that's exactly what I try to do. I try to maintain my 36. Of course, when I joined the Navy, it was 29. And from there, I have come to 36. But apart from my story, ladies and gentlemen, my dear audience, especially Jessica, 9 countries. I have also visited a lot of countries, but I have not stayed in them. Number one, I have not gathered the wisdom that you have gathered, Jessica. Yeah, I mean it. Yeah, because there's a lot of things to be picked up from here. Just now, when I was coming upstairs in the building, I'm living on the 9th floor. There was a guy who got into the elevator car with me. I gave him a hint that, okay, I'll get out and go in. No, you come, I don't mind. And I felt so angry. I said, you don't mind coming with me, but I mind coming with you. There is a social distance that has to be maintained. And this elevator is only for 3 people. Now, why don't people understand that? So that is where I have to accept that people don't understand. Can I get into a fight with them? Adaptability. So my AQ has got to be developed. And at age 73, thank you very much, Jessica, for showing me that light at the end of the tunnel, that yes, there is some hope for me. Your wisdom that you shared today, the breakout room in which you told us to go, and then somebody gave me a gift, and then I expressed my gratitude. Gratitude expression is another wonderful thing for your mental happiness.
Yes.
You said that you were not happy and therefore you got out traveling in the countries. You went around, met people, had a lot of experience. You have played even volleyball for the country.
Basketball. Yeah.
Awesome. Man, Yeah. Can't even think about it. And when a person like you becomes unhappy, can you imagine what would happen to a person like us? But then once again, with your brilliant words and the energy that you exude, you have once again showed that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And for that, on behalf of all the Umeed group, I express my sincere thanks for your time, your energy, and the wisdom that you shared with us. May God bless you, make you happy, and give happiness that you are seeking. And remember us and keep us in your heart, because you will always remain in our heart.
Wow.
Over to you.
Fantastic, sir. Thank you very much, KP sir. It was lovely words from you, lovely words of wisdom. Just on behalf of KP sir, I would, it's a small token of appreciation from our side, from the Umeed team, to our guest of honor, that is Jessica. Thank you.
Yeah.
Please give a round of applause to our guest of honor, Jessica ji. Thank you. Jessica ji, we forgot to tell you, namaste.
Namaste.
Yes, I would like to give the stage back to my elder brother, Mr. Vikas. Yeah.
Thank you so much, JSG. Thank you so much, Jessica, for enlightening us with your lovely quotes, words, inspirational thoughts, and whatnot. I think this will be one of the best sessions which we will have, which we will cherish throughout our lives with Umeed. Thank you so much for being our guest of honor. And now I would like to invite anyone from guest, if they have any questions for Jessica, if they want to know about anything, if they have any feedback for Jessica, please unmute yourself and speak. Who want to speak?
Ramandeep.
Yes, Raman. Yes, Raman.
Namaste, Jessica. It was so wonderful to listen to your experience, because your experience are very, very, I would say, real, because you have lived your life that way. It's not easy, it sounds very easy, going, adapting to new place and everything, and letting go of your preconceived notions and be free. And being free is something which we all want to achieve, but the path is not that easy. You have to let go of yourself, and then only you can be somebody else. So congratulations, you're living your life to the fullest, and you being such a good inspiration. And the way you shared your heart out, and you were really fantastic. It was really, really good. I really congratulate team Umeed, and I'm really, really thankful for this invitation, and would love to hear you again. And thank you so much. Thank you.
Ramandeep Kaur is an expert yoga master. She has been devoting her precious time every morning, and she has committed for 21 days every day, 7 o'clock through 7:20 in the morning. And she makes us do yoga and takes us to a different level every day morning.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so
She
much.
is another miracle.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, Sanket, you want to say something?
Yes, I want to ask one question to Jessica,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Please.
First of all, thank you very much, Jessica, ma'am, for sharing your wisdom. It is definitely very helpful to us in today's circumstances. We need adaptability the most. I have a question. I have a kid who is 7-year-old, but I was a kid. I was not having AC in my house, but right now I'm having AC. My son is used to staying now AC in summer, and in about India in summer there is so much temperature goes high, so it becomes now necessity. But if I want to teach adaptability to my son, what do I need to do? Because I know that there will be a circumstances, or there will be a situation in which he might not get what he is used to. So how I will teach him this adaptability?
I think
Great
you
question.
cut the AC and you save money. 2 in 1. That's a great question. I have a friend here in Barcelona. I live in Spain. And she says to me, Jessica, I'm worried that my kids are going to become boring adults because they never struggled. They just got everything they wanted. And it's true. Her kids are boring because they've never had to fight for anything. Everything came to them free. And in North America, that's what happened to all of my kids, the kids in my generation. Lots of people ended up doing cocaine because life didn't have any, we didn't have any resilience, you know? And I don't know exactly what might be the best situation for your son. You guys would know a little bit better. It's pretty hot there. Radhika? No, you just unmuted yourself.
That's fine. No, Jessica, I do have something to say here. Actually, I am 63 years old. I have 2 sons, 2 daughter-in-laws, and 3 grandchildren. And I have worked for about 39 years with Air India, and I have visited all the continents, all 5 continents. And I have really traveled. But this AQ is absolutely necessary for today's time, because my generation and one generation ahead of me, it has changed so fast. The change is really, really fast. It wasn't so quick in olden days, like between me and my elder sister, or my parents and my grandparents, and from grandparents to great grandparents. It wasn't going so fast, but now I feel it is going very fast. So what do we do? Now there are so many changes in technology. There's so many changes in the way of living, earning money, and looking at life, focus on life. So what we have to do is that my generation, what I have understood is that I have to adapt instead of adapting our children to us. So I am going reverse. If my children say, stay out, so I take a step back. I don't insist that I am the mother, I am the grandmother, I know better. No, I don't know better. It's your life, deal with it. And I know they're doing something wrong, but there was a time when I listened to my father, and my father told me, you're doing something wrong. The result is not going to be good. And I listened to him and I said, really? Yeah, maybe. And I changed my way. But today's children, they say no, until I experience it, I will not believe that it was wrong. So experience it. Go ahead, do it, fall and rise. So my parents helped me not to fall many times, but today I tell my children, please fall and rise. That's how I have adapted myself.
There you go. Sankeet, you push your kid. Fall, now get up. I would like to share this with you if I may, because I told you the 3 steps, the listen, accept, and build. But there are 2 very powerful words that you can use with every situation, right? We have this, you can say, no, you need to listen to me. You can say, yes, you're right. You can stop it there. You can say, yes, but, yeah? Or we have the word, which is yes, and.
Yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes.
So yes, and is, yes, I hear you, and I don't agree with you, but I am collaborating with you. I am not just saying no, like my parents told me, go become an engineer, shut up until you're talked to. No, I say, yes, I hear you, and speak when I ask you to. You know, every time there's a conflict, you can really use this method. These 2 words can change your relationships that are difficult into more collaborative ones, because it recognizes that you heard them speak, and it recognizes that you want to treat them with respect. Whereas saying yes or no or yes but kind of cuts what they said or kind of denies their experience. And this is what we're teaching all the companies in Europe. We're saying, say yes and to your team, say yes and to your wife, say yes and to your family. Yeah. So I would say you are a yes and mother and grandmother. So great job, Radhika.
Thank you.
Wonderful insight, I think, Jessica. So yes and but, I think these 2 words are very, very important. We need to remember
Does this remind you of the evaluation process? CRC?
Yes.
Commendation, recommendation, commendation.
Commendation.
Wonderful speech, but you could have done this better. Overall, wonderful speech.
Overall, wonderful speech.
Or we use however also many a times. However.
Later, right?
This is what is called AQ, adaptability quotient.
Yeah.
Thank you for adding, all of you.
Very important.
Before I take up next question, I would like to request all of you, there is a Google form in the chat. Do open it and fill up your details such that you get a token of appreciation, a certificate of participation for all of you who are present here and who have joined us today as our guests. So let's move on to the next question. Who is there to ask next question?
Can I ask?
Yes, sir, please go ahead.
Jessica, you said you were unhappy. What sort of unhappiness would you describe?
I don't know. How many of you have been to the USA?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have you noticed that we're a little bit unhappy?
Yes.
I don't know.
By the way, I am a US citizen.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I teach cultural values to companies, and the differences between the huge difference between India and the West is because you guys are collectivist. You don't just think about yourself and your own happiness. Yeah. And what we are taught is that I am the most important word in the sentence. And so all of our sentences begin with I think, I am, I, what? Where's my community? Where are my people? And although it's difficult to live in a collective society, it's hard to live with your mother-in-law, all right? I've heard, yeah. There's something very powerful about having friends and family who love you and support you. Whereas we run to psychologists when we have a problem. I understand you guys run to your family more often, and you have a different way of perceiving problems, you know? And so I think I was just sick by what America says is success. Success is a corner office. I got it. Success is marrying a man who has money, and success is being thin. Okay. I know in India you also have status. You know, everybody has what is success in life. But if we're listening to our grandparents' definition of what success is, right? Well, who are we listening to? Our mom? Maybe she's totally different than us. Are we listening to the guy at the temple? I don't know. What does he know about success? Like who? What religion do you follow? What worldview do you follow? And follow your own. You know, this is the individualistic Western idea, but you know, even some of the religions, they say about like trust your own intuition. You know, like you can't listen to everybody. So I was listening to everybody. And I left a job that I loved. I was a clown entertainer, and I was living in Northern Canada, and I was teaching the Aboriginal children. They have very terrible lives. There's suicide every 2 weeks in the schools. The children are pregnant by 16. And I was living there and I was helping them find joy in life again. And I left that job because I got scared that I didn't have enough money and that no man wanted to marry a clown. So I left that amazing job where I was so happy to sell insurance, you know, because I wanted more money. And my life just went down into a dark, dark hole. You know, I joined sugardaddies.com. It's essentially the same thing as like online, like I don't believe in love anymore. You know, I don't think happiness exists. And my life just went to a disaster because I made money more important than happiness, family, or friends. And when that happens, everything went to disaster. And then I went to India and look at that. India probably saved me. Wow, I never realized that. It was like eat, pray, love.
That's great. That's great.
Butter chicken saved me. I'm sorry, vegans in the room.
Brilliant.
So amazing, Jessica. This is Kalpana. I live in California. So things I did. What you're saying about US, I think one of the thing which I have observed here in West is that too much of emphasis is given on your outer appearance, how you appear, you should be perfectly groomed, and that's fine, that's not a problem. But talking about inner self, how you can be calm, and these kind of things are not that big of a priority. And that's where I know my kids are going to grow here, but I try to make a balance, give my kids what we have as an Indian, from the community, from the culture which we have. And then also here, there are a lot of definitely good stuff here, right? So try to balance those. And I do agree with you about the adaptability. It's really important to have that skills, because when I came here, when I moved like 10, 11 years ago here, I was struggling with it, because I came from India, just got married and came here in US. And it was kind of challenging in the beginning. But then I realized, like, to become successful in life and to grow in my career, I have to accept this community, and I have to adapt to this new set of life. And I think that really played well. I did not know about the adaptability quotient at that time, but now if I go back and think about it, I relate to it. Yes, definitely it was that I accepted. I built my friend circle. I built my community, small community here. So definitely that played a major role. And third thing, which I would like to say about which Radhika Auntie also mentioned, like, give kids the freedom to, let them fall and let them rise. So even my kids are very small. They are like 4 years and 7 years old, but I do ask them to make the choice. I don't force them, but I ask them to make a right choice, because even they're very little, but if I'm going to make decision for them, they might want to hear that decision later on too, right? So I do ask them to make the choice. And definitely whatever you mentioned, I could relate to all of it in some point. But thank you so much for sharing your experience. Jess, it was really lovely hearing your journey, and I'm so impressed that you have been to all different countries and you're all the way back in India and enjoying that. Yes. So definitely.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you, Kalpana ji, for your lovely words. She is from back from California, and she's joined us. Thank you. We would love to hear. I think this would be the last.
Pawanji. Yeah, Pawanji. Let's hear Pawanji. Yeah.
Thank you, Jessica. It was a wonderful talk. Just a very small question, because I think we will have taken a lot of your time. People are satisfied with their life, but not happy with their life. And some people are happy with their life, but not satisfied. What do you think is the difference?
Wow.
Next question, please, Pawan.
He's a naval commodore, retired. So obviously, Pawan.
Oh my goodness. I've never thought of that question. So I would love for you to share what you think of that, rather than me, perhaps. I think go for it.
Happiness and satisfaction are two sides of the same coin.
Right.
You cannot mix them, but one cannot exist without the other. That is what I think. If you're satisfied, you're happy. If you're happy, you're satisfied. Well, you may not be satisfied, but you can be still happy and strive to achieve more satisfaction. Whereas happiness is absolute, satisfaction is not absolute.
Yeah.
It is comparative. It can be one over the other, step by step. You can achieve satisfaction. You're satisfied with one car, then you want 2 cars. You are satisfied with 2 cars, then you want a helicopter. But in all these stages, you can still be happy.
But Johnny, there is a stage in life when you're satisfied. You don't want anything, but you want only happiness. And only happiness is missing from your life. it happens to most of the people.
Yeah, later on. Ultimately, happiness can remain as it is without, then satisfaction has got no meaning then, perhaps. Perhaps, I mean.
Pavan sir, you're looking very happy and satisfied also.
Thank you very much, Radhika.
Yeah, his wife has gone abroad.
That is why you are happy and you're satisfied that you have a wife.
And wonderful kids, one in
happy
Singapore, the other in UK,
India.
and very well settled. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Umeed group. I think I really enjoy joining, and I do miss my Rotary meeting, but I always come for this meeting.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. And the takeaway from this session would be, Jessica ji, that we will always remember the lab. That is listen, accept
and build.
And build. Amazing. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. From India, we thank you, Jessica. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you
Stay
for having me.
blessed.
Stay blessed. Can we have a group photograph now?
JSG, before that, I have one announcement to make.
Yes, yes.
So as we all are aware that we are having a blood donation camp day after tomorrow, that is on Sunday from 9 to 1 a.m. So I urge to all of you, those who are from Ahmedabad, do join us for this noble cause. And I think that way we can help our society in much better way. So do join us for this blood donation camp, or you can refer people if you have anyone in or at Ahmedabad who you can refer for this noble cause. So thank you for so much. Please keep this in mind and do join us for our tomorrow morning next yoga session.
Yes.
And thank you so much for joining in today's meeting. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Let's have a group photograph with Jessica.
Yes.
Right. One, I would love to.
Oh.
I would love to ask everyone to kindly switch on their videos. Please switch on your videos, please. It would be great. Mikaji, you gonna do it?
Yeah, you can take it.
Okay, I'll take it. Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Cheese.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all for sharing your experiences and being with us. Thank you so much. See you in the next meeting on the next Friday. We have another guest coming, and he is an Ayurveda doctor. So we have a lot to learn from him as well. That's what was the last message, departing message from Umeed. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much.
Jessica, I think, okay, she's left. We need to fill up the form as well, what Jessica has told us to.